Hello my friends, John LaRuffa here with another straight up solo, and in this episode we're going to take a look at Ezra and Nehemiah. I'm going to show you how to play solo, and then I'll let you know what I think about it. Alright, let's get started. Okay folks, and as usual, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And if you have, I really do appreciate the support. Thank you so much. So this board and this game looks super busy, but it's really not that complicated. I actually love the look. It looks really, really fun. But what you're basically doing in this game is you're playing cards from your hand. That card, based on the banners, will give you a strength of an action. You're going to use that strength of an action to take one main action, and then you can, at any time, either do a development action where you pay a specific amount of something to flip over these tiles to make them better, and, well, I should say, or you do a trade action where you carry out the conversions on the bottom of these cards, whatever one you played. And then you can also play any of your available workers into the trader spots or the elder spots. And I guess it's a merchant or whatever. It's not trader. So anyway, what are the main actions? Well, there's three main actions, period. The first one is to supply stuff to the temple. So that's rebuilding the temple, either with the gold cubes, the stone cubes, or the wood cubes, okay? And when you rebuild the temple, you get some rewards and some points. You also can play Levites during that time, and in doing so, you'll get a little reward, and those Levites also help you. Basically, they work to deliver stuff to the temple for you, and you can use them also to keep the fire going at the temple with either a cinder block or a wood, and that will advance you on this track, which you can see right here. After the first third of the game, I'm very behind. The whole reason you're trying to move up on this track is to be either between or above these two profits in order to get some rewards and not pay a penalty. So that is red, okay? That's the red side. Then there's the blue side. The blue side is where you basically will be putting workers down here to make them scholars to theoretically teach the ancient Jewish people how what God has done for them, right? And so there's all these little biblical references down here about what they did, but these are put out randomly, so to speak. And they basically allow you to do different abilities, have different conversions, some bonuses, or endgame scoring over here. And then with the blue, instead of just devoting yourself all the way over here, you can move your caravan around and gather rewards as you go around this track here. Finally, the other action is to rebuild the walls and the gates. In order to do that, you have to clear away the rubble, and then you would play some gate cards or some wall cards, and doing so would get you some rewards, some points at the end, some other things. That is the basic gist. The game itself is not too vastly complicated, and even though the rule book is 40 pages long, it was the first time I think I've read a rule book from these guys and felt like I can pretty much play the game the first try. And the AI is very easy to manage, so I was very happy about that too. I love Shem Phillips and S.J. McDonald in this case, because this is a great game. I'm going to spill it. I really like this game. I like their designs, but sometimes it takes a long time for me to figure out exactly how to get playing in them. That was not the case in this situation. So I kind of got up and going pretty quickly. All right, so let me go ahead and see. Let me go ahead and kind of start taking you through some turns here. So let's get after it, play a couple turns, see how it goes. So I'm starting the second round of 3 rounds. And each round you have 6 turns, and then you have the Sabbath, which is in the 7th, and in that turn, it's kind of a reset turn. So I'm going first because I've got the first player marker here that alternates from the opponent to me to the opponent. And we're going to start out right now by playing a card. And you want to try to maximize what you're doing as best you can. So I'm going to play this wall card right here, or this card right here with the building. And that will give me 3 plus this 1 gray is 4 strength. Now, in order to build a wall, I have to completely get rid of the rubble on one of those things, and that includes a gate also, and then be able to afford the cost to actually build it. Well, I don't have anything really to work with right now to speak of, So this 3 plus this 1 would allow me to clear this space here. But I don't know, it's not the best. I also could do some trading, but I don't have any white. There's this one right here that's available to actually build a wall, but nothing's there. So probably the best thing to do in this case would be to, let's do the following. So this would be 2, 4, 6, because each of these require 2 strength. So how do I get 6? Well, I can use one of my people as an elder to give me 2 more. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that will allow me to clear all 3 of these, and then I get this red blessing right there. So I've spent all my stuff, and then he stays out there. So I can use his power on a later turn. I have to cover him up eventually in one of the 6 turns, but I don't have to yet. Now we go to the AI opponent. The AI opponent will do a trade first, if it has the money, and it absolutely does. So it has to pay 1 to the owner of the Valley Gate. In this case, the Valley Gate has not been built yet. So that's 1 over here, plus 4 coins, and that'll give him 2 gold. And he's very simplistic in the fact that he just makes everything into golden coins, and he also uses workers. Then we flip over one of these conditional cards, and it has a condition here. Whichever one you do right away, top to bottom. So this one, he has at least 1 worker, and he has at least 2 gold. So he's going to build a gate, and he is going to build a gate. He's going to start with the Valley Gate if it hasn't been built, and it hasn't. So he clears the rubble first. Then he spends 3 gold to build the Valley Gate, and he actually will get all of this coin, plus he will get the reward of building it, which when he puts this down is a reward that he doesn't normally qualify for. So when you have those kind of rewards, it moves his guy here, his little tent traveler, and that moves this up. That was a purple that he passed, so this advances. And since all 3 of these are in the same space, we move his flame forward 1, and then that activates another purple. So you can see how things can really kind of chain together in this game. Then his turn's done. Okay, so now it comes to me. Oh, and he also would get the reward for building the gate, which would be, no, I'm sorry. You don't get the reward at the top for building the gate unless you have a wall on either side. Okay, so now it comes back to me, and I still want to capitalize on this wall situation here. And that would mean this, if I had a way to pull it off, because I have a wall over there, or this, but either way I'm missing a white good. So I have a solution again. I can put one of my guys here. It'll give me a bread, and I can get a white, because he trades for it. And then I can play this one right here, and that's going to be 4. And I actually only need 3 to do that one, and 3 to do this one. The only thing about doing this is it's going to give him things. So I'd be better off going here. So I'm going to spend these goods right here plus the 3. And then I'm going to take the top 3 cards of my wall, and I'm going to look at them. I'm going to see which one I want to build. Well, this one's nice in the fact that it gives me some gold, and I could use some gold. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down here, and then I get gold, and that'll be worth 2 points at the end of the game. Then I get to choose what do I want to do with these. I'll put one on the top and one on the bottom. Now, I could have, if I wanted to, spend some money, which I do want to do this dung gate. So I'm going to spend 1 to trade at the dung gate over here, and then I'm going to spend 2 more to get 2 wood. That way, at least I maximize the space of that guy as best I possibly can. All right, my turn is over. Now I draw another card to choose from. Now what's he going to do? He is going to trade at the water gate. So water gate is right here. And then he spends 3, 1, 2, 3 to go up 2 spaces on this track. 1, 2. He doesn't get bread. He just turns it into coins. And then his conditional turn here will be if he has at least 2 gold, he's going to try to build a wall. He does have at least 2 gold or more. And he's going to build the one right next to the water gate, which is going to be this one. So he turns everything that's not into gold. And then he's going to spend that 3 gold again. He's going to draw the top card off here, and he gets another gold. All right. Back to me. I do like how easy it is to interpret what the AI opponent is going to do in this game. It's very, very simple to understand how it's going to take his action. Not simple to beat him, of course, but simple to understand. Now, what would be nice is if I could flip this over, but I need one more wood. I'm also way behind in this. And in that case, because I'm so far behind, I think I need to start contributing to the temple to try to get myself in gear here. So, and I should have put this gold up here. So in order to do that, I'm going to play the singer. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 that I can contribute. And I will contribute this gold right here. That will give me 5. That costs all 5 of what I just played, right? So that's 5. I get 2 points for that. And it gives me another worker, which I desperately need. And then I still have, oh, I could have done that at the beginning, which I'm going to do. I can spend 3 food to put out one of these guys as a Levite. And as a reward, I get this. That happens before the other turns, but that's fine. Nothing happened. Now I used one of these guys to deliver this here, which means I have 2 left to use. And what would be nice is if I could use them to start boosting myself up on this track. But I'm out, again, of red. I just used all my 5. So I can put this over here to get 3 more. And that will at least help me to deliver 1 wood over here to stoke the fire, because that requires 3. And I use one of my guys to do that. So this goes up 2 spots. 1, 2. And this goes up this blessing track. And so then I can move again. And it goes up to a gold. So I'm at least making some progress there. I do not want to be caught behind over and over. And then I have a choice. I could trade that gold for 3 coins. Why would I want to do that? Well, because maybe there's a reason. That's probably how I'm going to get food. I'm way low on food. At the end of the Sabbath, you have to feed every single worker you have out on the board and on your board, except for these Levites, if you don't have any special ways to deal with them. So what I am going to do is I'm going to use this trade power. I'm going to spend that 1 gold, and I'm going to get 3 coins with it. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then my turn is done. Draw another card. We go back to him. He is going to try to trade at the east gate now. The east gate is up here. It's already built from the start of the game, so we just discard that. And then he only has 1, so he gets 1 gold. And what's he going to do with his conditional action? He is going to flip this card. And he only has 1 guy, so he can't do the top one. But he does have the 2 gold, so he's going to try to clear stuff from the east gate. So he clears this. We just had a very similar turn. He spends the 3. He drops this 1 wall. He builds walls very quickly in this game. And he's going to get 3 coins. All right. Now I have filled up all of my spots, so I have to cover something. And what's it going to be? Well, if at all possible, I can manage to build another wall, I'm going to want to do that. So I have 2 wood and a white stone. That would give me the ability to build this. And that costs 4 and 2 more. So I'd have to have 6. And I will have that 1, 2, 3, 4. If I play this one right on top of this red. However, I'm going to play it on top of this one instead, because that gives me 5 plus I have 1 more. It's 6. It's exactly what I need. So I can clear this for 2. And then I can spend, and that gives me the blessing here. And then I can spend the 2 wood and 1 stone to rebuild the wall. And let's hope I have a decent reward in here. Yes, food. This is exactly what I wanted, because I need some food or I'm going to be in trouble. All right, so there's 2 food. Okay. Now, would I want to do anything else? Would I want to trade the cinder for $1? No, I don't think so. Unless I need 4. If I had 6, I'd be able to get 6 food. That's not going to do the. That's not going to really cut the mustard. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Okay. What is he going to do now on his fourth turn? Dung Gate. He's going to try to trade there. So one, that has not been built yet, so he puts it up there. And then he does not have 4, so he just says spends 1 more for 1 gold. And on his conditional action, he again does not have the 2 guys, so he's going to build more walls. So he's going to build from the Dung Gate, which would be this one is the first one. So these become 2 gold. He pays the 1 more. He flips over the top card, and he's going to get, oh, that's hard. So 3 cinders, which for him become gold. Okay, back to me now. I still need to get up on this track as best I possibly can, and I'm going to do that by playing the musician, and I'm going to play it right here. I cannot put a second card on top of one that already has 2, or a third card, I mean. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. And I could contribute here, which would gain me 2 food, which would probably be good. And then I would also be able to move over there, which would also be good. I think I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I'm going to contribute this stone over here. That's 4. That's 4 out of 5. It gives me a point. All right. And I'm not doing a Levite because I don't have anybody to even move up there. But I do get a free move here, which then bumps me on the red blessing track, which is good. And I was the person to complete this roll, so I get 2 more food, which is essential for me and what I'm trying to do. All right, we're almost done with this round now. He is going to try to trade the old gate. Since he cannot trade there, since he doesn't have enough coins, what he does is he just moves over here, and because he doesn't get any food, the 2 food, normally he would just do that. He would just get coins instead. Now, what's his conditional action going to be? He is going to build on the lowest scroll spot that he can with this guy. So the lowest one that he can build on is going to be right here. He immediately, we're in round 2, so he's going to get the gold in this, which will turn into a gold. And he also gets a coin as well. I think I don't know if I threw one over there or not. I think I did. I think I remember hearing a clunk. Could be wrong. Okay, but let me get him his 2 gold. All right. Then, finally to me, my last turn, I have to cover this one up. I'm still out of the bounds, which is really frustrating, but there's nothing I'm going to be able to do about it. So I'm going to lose 2 points at the end of this round, which is not a good place to be. What I could attempt to do, well, no, let's see. So I haven't shown the blue track. The way that works is you would have to have people available to come up here. I don't have people available, but I could also move around my caravan. But I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. Instead, oh, you know what? I forgot while I was doing all this talking, when I did this musician, I was supposed to do the trade. Let me go back and do that real quick because that was my solution for food. So I was supposed to pay the 1 at the water gate and pay the 3 to get 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, anyway, so that was what I was supposed to do at the end of my last turn. Now what? Well, if I was to do this, that would be 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be enough to make 2 moves, 1, 2. It's not great, but these get better and better, and I might do that just to be able to get the gold and the coins. And I don't want to take too long. Okay, so could I do something like this? Well, I could trade to get more coins, but how many food do I need? Well, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the end of this turn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 8, pardon me, 8. I'm also going to get a bonus one, so I am going to do that because I want the coin. So I'll just do it once, even though I could do it more than that. All right, so let's see what he's going to do, and then I'll demonstrate the final thing, which is the Sabbath. So he's going to the sheep gate, He's going to try to trade. He can do that. He can trade all 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this moves up. And then he moves 1 space, which gets him a worker. And then what's he going to do? He is going to, he has greater than, okay, since he doesn't have any of the conditions, he's just going to go up 3 and get 1 more guy. So he's up 3. 1, 2, 3. That moves this up again, and it gives him a coin. All right, so now we've effectively finished a third of the game. So I'm going to, oh, this is already flipped over. These player aids are pretty good, actually. This tells you exactly what to do on his turn. Very close to what the rules say. Only slight lookup you need maybe to clarify. And then this is exactly what you can do. And then on the back is the Sabbath. All right, so the first thing we'll do, we'll go through his thing first. He is just going to resolve where he is between these. And he always uses his board. He's going to get 1 point off that. Then for every worker he has, he gains 1 silver. Then he's going to gain victory points equal to the row value of the highest scroll tile. Well, he only has 1 there, so he gets that. Then he is going to look at his gatekeepers, scribes, and Levites and see which he has the most of. Well, he has 3 gatekeepers, 2 and 2. So he's going to get 3 points because whatever he has the most of, he gets that. And then he is going to look and see what the rightmost blessing is. It's a 4, so he gets 4 more points. And then finally, however many of these golden flames he's passed or landed on, that's 4. He gets 4 more points. All right. Now, after that, what he does is he shuffles all of his cards and scheme cards together and prepares for the final round. So we'll go ahead and shuffle these. And the gate cards and everything else. All right, so those are shuffled. Now for me, what do I do? Well, first, if I had any other guys here, I could use them in this spot right here to make food, or I could use them in this spot here to do some labor. But I don't have anybody who's laying around. I do get 1 food because of the end of the Sabbath here. Also, I ended up with this. I've unlocked this technology, so it means I get a coin for every one of these I have out there. That's 3, 1, 2, 3. Then I see where I am. Well, unfortunately, I'm below, so I am losing 2 points. Not doing very well at all in this game, in this go around. Now, I actually tucked 2 characters because this is the second phase of the game under here, and I'm going to score for them immediately. I'm going to tuck this singer because that will score me 3 points since I have 3 Levites up there. And then I'm also going to tuck probably, these are not the greatest, unfortunately. Not even a little bit. I guess the lookout, it kind of stinks, but that's what I'm going to do. All right, so I have 2 gatekeepers. That's 2 plus 1 is 3. I have 3 of these. That's 6. That's a 7, and I flipped 1 over. That's 8. So I get 8 points for that score, which is kind of weak, especially in the middle of the game. All right, then what you do is he is first on this track. I already paid my penalty. He gets a bonus guy. And then I have to shuffle all my characters and then draw another one to make 3 here, and I'm getting to the end of the game. This will be the end round. So we start with that, draw the characters, I move the profits forward, so now we're at 16 and 12. I need to really focus on this or I'm going to lose more points. I just got way behind the 8 ball on that, and that's the deal. Okay, so that shows you a full... That's really pretty much every kind of turn you can take. You saw most everything. I didn't get up here, but I did take this part. Let me tell you what I think of it. So I'm not going to say that everything this designer does is gold in my book. He's made a lot of really good games, but not every one of them I've liked. However, this one I really enjoy. Whatever he's got going on here, just is fun for me to do. I love the interaction with the cards. I love trying to make my stuff stronger. I love trying to plan ahead for the future. I just like this game, plain and simple. I really enjoy the variable scrolls. There's way more scrolls in the game than you can put out here in the setup. So every time you play the game, it's definitely different. You have a lot of similar things to do in regards to clearing rubble and keeping the temple fire lit and contributing to the temple. That's all similar. However, the way you do it is just fun. It's just fun. And also the scrolls are very different every time you play. So you're going to end up putting in play different kinds of ways to score, different abilities and things like that to help you. Just a lot to love in this game. And it is approachable. So probably his favorite design that he's done is Scholars of the South Tigris for me. That's probably his favorite design that he's done. That game is awesome, but it was hard to get to. It was hard to learn. It was hard to figure out the solo. This game is easy, comparatively speaking, as far as approachability, and I think that's really good. It is not a light game by any means, but it's not a really heavy game. I think it's right in the middle, and it is. They finally were able to make a solo mode that didn't require me to learn how to play the game in two different ways. This is very similar or simple. You know, you do exactly what the card says, and the card is descriptive enough where I don't have to look up the steps and get confused. They on their player aid, they finally nailed it, I think, with these little player aids. It has just enough information that I need to know exactly what to do for every one of my turns. And I love that because what that does is it allows me to play this game without having to dig deep in the rule book over and over again and just focus on the fun. I also like how you tuck your cards in to score things and then it takes them out of the deck so you can't use them anymore. And it's just a nice twist. It's just really good. This is a great package. I like the theme. I think that they did good homage to the theme. I like how they tried to work in the Sabbath. That's really cool. Again, I'm not a Jewish descendant by any means, but I am Catholic, and so there is a certain, I just like religious themes when they have to do with my faith, and this one certainly has that, although it doesn't feel preachy or anything like that, so don't worry, you don't have to worry about it if you're not a believer in any way, you're not going to be put off by this game. But it is nice that when they do a theme like this, they did it in a good way that I think is just very respectful and also very cool because this is exactly this is what was going on during that time. And I feel like thematically, finally, a theme that matches the mechanics. I actually feel like I'm not just playing a dry Euro, but yet I'm rebuilding the city of Jerusalem. I'm building walls, I'm building gates, I'm contributing to the temple, I'm teaching the people, I'm doing exactly what the theme implies, and it feels like it this time. And that's really rare. Now, I'm not a huge person with theme. I don't get into it and say I have to have a theme. I can play a game that's dry as sand and still like it if the strategy there. But it is a treat when I have both of those things going on. Good theme, good gameplay, fun overall experience. So I don't have anything really negative to say about this game, to be honest. There's variable setup with the way the cubes come out and the different effort that the cubes take to clear up the rubble. That makes things different every time. There's just a lot of good stuff here. So if you like Euro games, if you like medium weight Euro games, this game says 2 hours on the box. I don't think so. I think this is an hour game. I guess the only negative thing is it does take a little while to set up. That's it, right? It's not a difficult setup. It's not like a bajillion steps. It just takes a while to get the cubes out, get the things out, set the stuff up. But that's it. That's not the end of the world, and it goes faster once you've memorized it too. Either way, great game, lots of fun. I highly recommend it. And the solo mode is challenging. I haven't come close to beating it yet. And there's two versions. There's the 1-star and 2-star. So the 1-star is giving me a run for the money, but I feel like I can get there. I made some stupid choices that hamstring myself in this game, I think a little bit early on, and that was a mistake. And so it's been harder for me to catch up. There's really no catch-up mechanism in this game, I will say that. If you make dumb mistakes, you're going to pay for them. There's not like, oh, well, the person behind is going to get a bigger bonus than this or choose first that. Not really. None of that. You got to be on your game. You got to be on your game the whole time. So thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. And whatever you do in the future, I really hope you have a fantastic time doing it. Take it easy, everybody.